The mongoose is one of the most fascinating and versatile animals in the world of mammals. Small, agile, and remarkably brave, these creatures are often remembered for their legendary battles against venomous snakes. However, there is much more to the mongoose than its snake-fighting reputation. This video explores in depth what a mongoose is, covering its physical traits, behavior, ecology, temperament, and cultural significance. By the end, you'll see why the mongoose continues to intrigue scientists, storytellers, and animal lovers around the globe. The mongoose belongs to the family Herpestidae, which includes about 34 recognized species. They are small carnivorous mammals closely related to the meerkat, civet, and genere. Order: Carnivora. Family: Herpestidae. Genus: Herpestes, one of the largest mongoose genera. Some confusion arises because the mongoose is sometimes mistaken for rodents or mustelids, weasels, ferrets, and martens. While they share some behavioral similarities, mongooses form a distinct evolutionary branch. Mongooses vary greatly in size and appearance depending on their species. The smallest species, the dwarf mongoose, measures about 18 to 28 centimeters, 7 to 11 inches, in length and weighs under 400 grams, less than a pound. On the other hand, the largest, the white-tailed mongoose, can grow up to 71 centimeters, 28 inches in body length, with a tail nearly as long, and weigh up to 5 kilograms, 11 pounds. Common physical features include body: slender and elongated, built for agility. Legs: short but strong, giving them a low center of gravity. Claws: non-retractable and sharp, adapted for digging and foraging. Fur: coarse and often brown, gray, or mottled, providing camouflage. Head and eyes: pointed snout, small rounded ears, and sharp eyesight. Their fur colors allow them to blend into dry grasslands, rocky terrains, and forested areas, depending on their habitat. Mongooses are native to Africa, southern Asia, and parts of the Middle East. Some species have also been introduced to regions such as the Caribbean and Hawaii, though not without controversy due to their impact on local ecosystems. They thrive in a variety of environments, including grasslands and savannas, open forests, rocky hillsides, agricultural lands, deserts. Their adaptability is one of their strongest survival traits, allowing them to coexist with humans in rural villages and even raid garbage or crops. Mongooses are primarily carnivorous, though many species are opportunistic omnivores. Common foods include small mammals, birds and their eggs, reptiles, including venomous snakes, amphibians, insects and larvae, crustaceans, fruits, berries, and roots, supplementary diet. One of their most famous feeding behaviors is their ability to take on venomous snakes like cobras. Mongooses are not entirely immune to venom, but they possess acetylcholine receptor mutations that make them resistant to neurotoxins. Combined with lightning-fast reflexes and agility, this resistance gives them a fighting chance against deadly snakes. Mongooses are highly adaptable when it comes to social organization. Some species are solitary hunters, while others live in complex social groups. For example, the banded mongoose and the dwarf mongoose live in cooperative groups of up to 40 individuals. Within these communities, they establish hierarchies. Members cooperate in rearing pups. They use sentinels to warn others of predators. Grooming strengthens social bonds. Other mongooses, like the Egyptian mongoose, prefer a solitary lifestyle, coming together only for breeding. Their behavior often depends on food availability and predation pressure in their environment. Mongooses typically reach sexual maturity within a year. Breeding patterns vary among species, but most follow a polygamous system. Gestation: 42 to 80 days, depending on the species. Litter size: usually 2 to 6 pups. Parental care: in social species, group members collectively rear young, ensuring higher survival rates. Young mongooses grow quickly and are trained by adults in hunting and foraging. In some species, adults act as mentors, teaching pups survival skills like cracking open eggs or avoiding venomous animals. Mongooses are known for their fearless, curious, and energetic nature. Their temperament varies by species. Boldness: they are unafraid of larger predators and will stand their ground when threatened. Curiosity: they constantly investigate their surroundings, sniffing, digging, and exploring. Playfulness: in groups, mongooses engage in playful chases, mock fights, and games that strengthen bonds. Aggression: they can be fiercely territorial and aggressive toward intruders. While they appear brave, their behavior is guided by instinct and survival rather than reckless courage. Mongooses, despite their agility, are prey to larger predators. Common threats include birds of prey, eagles, hawks, big cats, leopards, lions, snakes, humans, hunting and habitat destruction. Their greatest modern threat often comes from humans, particularly in areas where mongooses are seen as agricultural pests. In many cultures, mongooses are celebrated as snake killers. This reputation has led people to tolerate or even encourage their presence near homes. They are both beneficial and problematic. Beneficial: control of rats, mice, and snakes in farmlands. Problematic: they sometimes raid poultry farms and damage crops. Some people keep mongooses as exotic pets, though this is discouraged. They can be aggressive, difficult to train, and may carry diseases. In some countries, owning mongooses is illegal. Mongooses appear in folklore, mythology, and literature across the world. Indian mythology, the mongoose is revered as the enemy of snakes. In Hinduism, the god of wealth, Kubra, is sometimes depicted holding a mongoose spitting jewels. Rikki Tikki Tavi, Rudyard Kipling's famous story about a brave mongoose fighting cobras, remains one of the most beloved animal tales in English literature. African folklore, mongooses are seen as symbols of bravery and resourcefulness. Their cultural image often blends fact and myth, reinforcing their reputation as daring, clever animals. Mongooses are intelligent mammals capable of problem-solving. In captivity and in the wild, they have demonstrated tool use. Some species crack open eggs or nuts by throwing them against rocks. Learning ability: they quickly adapt to new food sources and threats. Communication: they use a wide range of vocalizations, chirps, growls, whistles, and body language for group coordination. Researchers have noted that their communication system is surprisingly complex, with specific calls for predators, food discoveries, and group movements. Mongooses play an important role in maintaining ecological balance. They control populations of rodents, insects, and snakes. They serve as prey for larger predators. Their digging aerates soil, contributing to healthy ecosystems. In regions where mongooses were introduced artificially, e.g., the Caribbean, however, they have disrupted ecosystems by preying on native birds and reptiles, leading to biodiversity loss. Most mongoose species are listed as least concern by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. However, certain species face risks due to habitat destruction, hunting for fur or meat, conflict with farmers. For example, the Liberian mongoose is considered vulnerable, with fragmented populations due to deforestation. The mongoose has captured human imagination for centuries for several reasons: its bold temperament and willingness to challenge dangerous animals, its adaptability across varied habitats, its intelligence in problem-solving and communication, its role in folklore and literature, symbolizing courage and cleverness. This combination of traits makes the mongoose both respected and controversial in the human-animal relationship. The mongoose is far more than a snake-fighting animal. It is a diverse group of mammals with unique adaptations, intelligent behavior, and complex social lives. Agile, curious, and courageous, mongooses embody survival in the harshest conditions. They continue to play vital ecological roles in their native environments, while also sparking debates about their introduction to new regions. From African savannas to Indian villages, and from mythology to modern science, mongooses hold a unique place in both nature and culture. Understanding them not only deepens our appreciation of wildlife, but also reminds us of the delicate balance between humans and the ecosystems we share.